This is how you're going to make a chunky knit blanket pattern using Google Sheets. I've just made this pattern here for myself, which is going to be a little baby blanket with pink hearts in it. And I wanted it to be laid out evenly and to have a bit of a plan before I head in. So we're going to recreate this together. So first thing you want to do obviously is open up a new sheet. And then we're going to be changing these rectangular cells into tiny square ones. I am going to do 19 cells across, and I'm doing that because I have already calculated how big I want my baby blanket to be, and I've also played around in here to make things all even, so I know I'm going to be working with 19 cells across. So I'll just start with that. It was to S. And you're going to right click and resize, and we're going to do 20. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to resize the vertical one. So we're going to select, I'm going down to 31 and right click, resize to 20 again. For the sake of seeing things a little bit better, let's say that we're going to make the main part of our blanket pink. So we'll make it this pinky purple color. And then we're going to make our hearts white so that they stand out more. In this one that I made here, I did a lot of fiddling around to make sure that my hearts were even. So whatever pattern you're doing, obviously it'll take some messing around to make things even, but just for the sake of this one, I already know where I'm putting things. So this would be the bottom of my blanket, and this would be the top. So I'd like to have a little bit of edging around my blanket. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 and make my first heart in the 4th row, and then same thing from the edge, 1, 2, 3. So my first heart will be here. Now for my next heart, I want 5 spaces in between. So I count those and then place where my next heart will be. And then same thing, our next heart will be here. And again, I've played around with this already so that I could have 3 and 3 on each side. So I figured out that I needed to do 19 rows in order to have 5 spaces in between these hearts. For my next row of hearts, I don't want them to be perfectly even, so I'd like the next row to be in between the existing hearts that we already have. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 and place my next heart right there so that it's right in between these 2 squares. And then same thing, I'm going to place this one right in between. And now it's just a matter of spacing out the rest of my hearts and making sure I'm happy with how it looks. Now it's completed and I'm happy with how all of that's spaced out. I originally was going to do 18 by 30, but I had to add an extra row and column to make sure that I had 3 on every side as my border. So that's how it's turned out. Super easy. I'll be using this pattern to make my baby blanket with hearts.